What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our weekly watch list for the week of December 7th, 2020. This week, we're not going to get too in depth in any of these stocks that we're talking about. All of them we talked about in the past. Quite a few of them we talked about on yesterday's OTC Saturday video, and a couple of them were on last week's watch list. We're just continuing it on over. All these are OTC plays. That's the market that's been hot. That's what's been working. That's what we're sticking with this week. I do know some listed plays that have been working, but the OTC is where right now where you're going to get your best bang for your buck. We're going to start with probably the top play of the week, probably not only on my list, but on most people's list, and this is TSNP. We would call it Tesoro, but pretty soon is going to be Humble Pay. This stock closed at 21 cents on Friday, up 24%. Do not pay attention to these bashers and haters out there saying that there was a complete 8.5 million stock sell-off on the close to knock this down to 1.8 or 1.5 cents, whatever they say it is. That's absolute nonsense. The same thing happened last Friday where there was a out trade, or you can call them whatever you want to call it. It's an out trade where the market makers match these trades. And what happened is they probably missed a few trades that they had a match at about 18.5 cents and misprinted it and added an extra zero, or added a zero in front of it to knock it all the way down. This was a glitch in the system. This stock will open above 21 cents in my opinion. In fact, I do think this thing gaps up to probably 22, 23 cents. And then this thing into this conference call that we have on Wednesday, December 9th, I have a good feeling this thing's going to run close to 30 cents, if not much better. I'm giving conservative estimates of what I believe for this stock. So if you're not in Tesoro or Humble right now, TSNP, I would be buying right on the open or sometime tomorrow going into this conference call. Typically in the stock market, many people say, buy the rumors, sell the news. Well, the news coming up this Wednesday is going to be probably very good, and if they're consistent with the way they've been over the past few weeks as far as putting out press releases and just adding upon adding news on top of news with this stock, I anticipate some really big news at this conference call, if not a PR prior to the conference call just to add on to it. So at 21 cents, I still think this is a steal. I can see this running all the way up to possibly 50 cents, but conservative estimates, I'm saying this thing's going to be 30, 35 cents or better. So Tesoro, number one play this week. Second stock we talked about yesterday, this is Ameritech Ventures, ATVK. This stock closed at 0.025, so 2.5 cents. This was up 61% on Friday, had a really nice day. This, I believe they're going to come out with some news this week talking about a merger or some type of news that we were actually talking about when we called this stock out back at 0.0085 a couple weeks back. This thing has almost tripled since then, and I do anticipate this thing running possibly to 5 cents or better this week. ATVK is definitely a buy this week. That's my number two play of the week. Third play was on the watch list last week. This is Sycamore Entertainment, SEGI. This stock closed at just a shade over 3 cents. They were down 12% on Friday. This stock, if you look at the daily chart, has an absolute beautiful chart forming. And if you look at the 5-day, 15-minute chart, an absolute beautiful bull flag forming on this chart. It's actually forming a symmetrical triangle on this chart. I do anticipate the pressure building and this thing popping up. It hit highs of just under 7 cents. I can see this thing testing those highs. So at 3 cents, this stock's an absolute steal. I would be loading up on this stock and riding this thing up back to test those highs around 7 cents. Now, another stock we're watching this week is a stock we talked about yesterday. This is Canada Develop Corp, ICTY. This is one of my favorites of the week. This stock closed at 0.0014 on Friday, up 27%. As we talked about in OTC Saturday, they have a letter of intent signed, ready to go. They said they were working on a press release coming out early this week or early next week, which will be either tomorrow, probably Tuesday at the latest, I would imagine Wednesday, but they may drop it first thing in the morning. I can see this stock running 200-300% this week, especially when that news drops. If it's some type of merger, this ICTY is a very prime candidate like we talked about. This is a clean shell that's ready for a merger or a reverse merger, and this thing's primed to go. So at 0.0014, these plays have been significantly hot in the market. They've been really good plays. These sub-penny plays have run really hard, and I think ICTY may be the next one to run to possibly a half a penny, if not better. Two more plays this week. One's kind of a sleeper, but one I really do like, and we have talked about it, and this is AFOM, All for One Media. This stock closed yesterday at the same price ICTY did at 0.0014. They were down 36% on Friday. All the things are kind of lining up for this one. As we talked about, they have a lot of good news. GS Capital Partners has taken a significant stake in this company, and if you look at some of my tweets, you will see that this GS Capital Partners has a very strong portfolio of 5 stocks, a $20 million portfolio, and if they put AFOM in that very strong portfolio with stocks like Beyond Meats and some of these other companies, you know something's cooking with this company. With a deal with Netflix as well too, with a full Fibonacci retrace on the chart, a gap fill completely taken care of on the chart. I expect this thing to go nothing but up. A lot of news swirling about this stock, so I really like AFOM to probably test those half-a-cent highs sometime over the next week, 2 weeks. So AFOM right here at 0.0014 is an absolute steal. The 4 stock, this is kind of a sleeper stock. This is something that I don't think is going to, until some news or some anticipation of some news really comes out, I don't think much is going to happen, so you may have some time to accumulate this thing, but I do really like it at where it's at. This is Extreme Entertainment, XMET, XMET. We talked about this on OTC Saturday. This is a stock that closed at 0.0017. They were up 41% on Friday. This is an absolute clean shell. This is a prime acquisition or SPAC target, and David Lazar, I believe he's working on something or already has something in the works. I do anticipate something probably in the next few weeks with this stock. So although this isn't like an urgent load, buying out, I do believe that something's cooking with this thing, and you don't want this thing to double or triple before you get in. So the stocks we're talking about this week, we're just going to go over a quick recap of the tickers that we were watching. That's XMET. This is a lottery play that I think has major potential, is a clean shell that has it, SPAC written all over it. So that's XMET. AFOM, ICTY, SEGI, Sycamore Entertainment, ATVK, that's Ameritech Ventures, and TSNP, Humble Play. Probably, I would say, it's hard to say what my favorite ones are. I know TSNP is probably the most solid, but I think if you're looking for the most bang for your buck, I would say probably ATVK, SEGI, and ICTY, with AFOM coming in a close fourth on that one. I really like that one as well. TSNP is the most solid, I'm pretty sure, and I'm almost positive we're going to see gains in that one this week going into that conference, but being that it's already 21 cents, even if this thing goes to 42 cents, we're looking at 100% gain, where I think you may be able to get a little bit better gains in ATVK and especially ICTY and AFOM. That's all I got for you this week. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below. And as always, let's get that money, traders.